Hi everyone, thank you for being here. Today is an today is an important day for me because after several years away from competitive cricket, I can finally speak about a pathway back to the sport that has been such a significant part of my life. I am preparing to return to women's cricket in Australia with the aim of pursuing elite cricket from March 2027. This has not been an automatic or an informal process. Cricket Australia has a framework designed to balance fairness, competitive integrity, and inclusion in women's sport, and my case has been considered through that framework. My understanding is that Cricket Australia's review considered a comprehensive body of information relating to my circumstances, including my medical history, surgical history, hormone and testosterone levels, my cricketing background, and playing footage as well, and the scientific and athletic performance work undertaken with Manchester Metropolitan University's Institute of Sport. I appreciate the thoroughness of that process. For me, it was important that this was assessed through an established sporting framework rather than simply being a question of public opinion. I have also undergone gender affirming surgery, and I no longer have testes, which means my previous primary source of testosterone is no longer present. My most recent blood test in July recorded total testosterone at 0.6 nanomoles, that is within the female reference range reported by the laboratory. My understanding from Cricket Australia's clearance is that my eligibility for elite women's cricket from March 2027 remains subject to the applicable policy requirements, including a blood test assessment at the same time. If that March 2027 test confirms that I continue to meet the required testosterone criteria, I will be eligible to pursue selection for elite women's cricket, including the Women's Big Bash League pathway. And I want to make another point very clearly. Eligibility is not selection. Cricket Australia has given me a pathway, which does not mean that I have been given a place in a team. I still have to train, compete, perform, and earn that opportunity. That's exactly how I want it. I don't expect my history or my identity to earn me a place on a cricket team. I want my cricket to earn me a place on a cricket team. I know the standard of women's cricket is extremely high. I know there will be scrutiny, questions, and different opinions. I respect that women's sport has legitimate considerations about fairness and competitive integrity. At the same time, I believe inclusion and fairness do not have to be treated as mutually exclusive principles. Good sporting policy should be capable of considering both. This is why I respect the process Cricket Australia has followed in considering my case. For me personally, this is about more than a policy decision. I began playing cricket because I love the sport. I competed because I wanted to become better. And when I transitioned, one of the most difficult possibilities I had to confront was that cricket might no longer have a place for me. I spent years trying to find a way back. Today, I finally have a pathway to try. I am not claiming that I have made a team. I am saying that I have been given the opportunity to compete for one, and I intend to work for it. I hope that my journey can also contribute to a more informed conversation around transgender athletes in women's sport and how sporting organizations can approach these questions responsibly with evidence, individual assessment, fairness, and respect. But ultimately, I want the conversation to come back to where it started from me. Cricket. I want to train again. I want to compete again. I want to walk back onto a cricket field again. I spent a long time believing that chapter of my life was over. Now I have the opportunity to write the next one. Thank you.
Any questions?
I've got this letter of proof with me right here from Cricket Australia. I'm going to read it for y'all. Dear Anaya, thank you for your nomination and the information provided in support of your eligibility application under Cricket Australia's inclusion of transgender and gender diverse players in elite cricket policy. In accordance with Cricket Australia's policy, an expert panel was convened comprised of Jackie Partridge, the CA of Head of Integrity, Emily Yates, Peter Roach, Dr. Peter Harcourt, and Dr. Pip Inge. Following consideration of your application, we confirm that subject to ongoing compliance with the policy, you will be eligible to participate in elite cricket from March 2027. Under Cricket Australia's policy, a player seeking to participate in the female category of elite cricket must establish their serum testosterone concentration has been below 10 nanomoles continuously for a period of no less than 12 months. Based on the medical information provided, this requirement will be satisfied in March 2027. Accordingly, your eligibility for elite cricket from that date is conditional upon you providing a blood test upon your arrival in Australia, confirming that your serum testosterone concentration remains below 10 nanomoles and that you continue to satisfy the policy's eligibility requirements. Until March 2027, you remain eligible to participate in Premier Cricket competitions in any state or territory of Australia. As Premier Cricket is classified as community cricket rather than elite cricket under the policy, your participation in those competitions is not affected by this determination. We appreciate your cooperation through this process. Yours sincerely, Jackie Partridge, Head of Integrity on behalf of Cricket Australia. So, and yeah.
किसी को कुछ questions हैं? Anything you want to ask like this?
Yeah.
Cricket Australia is one of the few organizations that
Yeah.
have proper policy for inclusion of transgender players. Do you think it is about time that ICC also should rethink about their decision and what happened to you had reached out to BCCI, so is there any feedback?
Yeah, I think ICC should reconsider and follow guidelines which Cricket Australia have already kept under the place. And in regards of BCCI, I think they've stayed quiet about this. I've tried to reach out to them publicly. I've approached people, like nothing has worked out. I've only been served with silence. And therefore, Cricket Australia was the one who provided me the pathway, and I'm glad that I can do that.
मैंने भी आपको
Yeah.
जैसे कहा कि मतलब कि टेस्टोस्टेरोन इतना होना चाहिए
हाँ.
और फिर तो उसके हिसाब से आप डाइट्स भी मतलब वैसे ही सब रखी क्या है अपनी, क्योंकि आपका हर चेकअप होगा ही होगा इसी हिसाब से क्या क्या करना?
इसमें डाइट का कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं, क्योंकि ये जो आपकी बॉडी हार्मोन्स प्रोड्यूस करती है, जैसे मेल में हो गया टेस्टिस या फीमेल में हो गया ओवरीज और यूट्रस, आई डोंट हैव द नेसेसरी ऑर्गन्स टू प्रोड्यूस टेस्टोस्टेरोन इन माय बॉडी एनीमोर. तो मेरी बॉडी वैसी चेंज हो गई है एंड मेरी टेस्टोस्टेरोन लेवल्स भी साथ ही 0.6 नैनोमोल्स है, जो ऑस्ट्रेलिया के गाइडलाइंस के अंडर बहुत अच्छे से फिट करती है. एंड आई एम होपिंग कि अभी आगे जाके WPBL भी खेल पाऊँ. हो
आठवड्याकडून मंजूर मिळाल्यानंतर तुमच्या क्रीडा क्षेत्रातील प्रवाह कसा सुरू होत आहे, या निर्णयामुळे तुमच्या मनात काय भावना आहे?
आता सध्या माझी सर्जरीला रिकव्हरीसाठी टाईम लागतं आहे. 6 महिने ते 1 वर्ष लागू शकतं पूर्ण रिकव्हरी व्हायला. तर 1-2 महिन्याने मी स्टार्ट करणार आहे ट्रेनिंग वडिलांसोबत आणि सगळ्यांसोबत जे पण आहेत. ट्रेनिंग स्टार्ट करून आय विल प्रिपेअर माय सेल्फ फॉर द ऑस्ट्रेलियन फील्ड एज वेल.
आणि यापूर्वी भारतीय क्रिकेट मंडळाकडे BCCIकडे संपर्क साधला, पण तिथे अपेक्षित प्रतिसाद मिळाला नाही. यावर तुमचे काय दृष्टिकोन आहे? आणि भारताबाहेर असाइनमेंट किंवा अधिक खेळताना ट्रान्सजेंडर खेळाडूंसाठी भारताने नियमात बदल करावेत का? BCCIकडे विशेष काही मागणी?
तेच जे आता जे क्रिकेट ऑस्ट्रेलियाने फेअरनेस आणि इन्क्लुसिव्हिटीवर जे गाईडलाईन्स सेट केले आहेत पॉलिसीज, तशीच काहीतरी आपल्या इंडियामध्येही असायला हवे. आणि आय होप BCCI डज समथिंग लाईक दिस इन द फ्युचर.
मैम स्पेशली जब ट्रांसजेंडर्स खेलते हैं
हाँ.
तो मेल फीमेल के उसमें खेलेगा तो कहीं ना कहीं पावर वैसे ही रहेगा, मेल का ही रहेगा.
हाँ.
तो आपको लगता है कहीं ना कहीं BCCI इसीलिए जो है आपको यहाँ पे खेलने के लिए नहीं कर पा रही?
आई थिंक इस मामले में लैक ऑफ एजुकेशन का बहुत है मुद्दा, क्योंकि यहाँ पे जो पॉलिसीज़ भी सेट हो चुके हैं, ऑस्ट्रेलिया की टीम में रिसर्चर्स रह चुके हैं, उनके हेड ऑफ डिपार्टमेंट्स है, दे हैव ऑल द रिसर्च एंड साइंटिफिक बैकिंग टुवर्ड्स इट. सो साइंटिफिकली देखें तो आफ्टर हॉर्मोन्स एंड एवरीथिंग they don't subject that trans women have any unfair advantage. That's why वो guidelines set हो चुके हैं. एंड जबकि मेरा केस रहा, मैंने मैनचेस्टर यूनिवर्सिटी के साथ भी कोलैब किया था, उन्होंने मेरे बॉडी पे टेस्टिंग की थी विद डॉक्टर ब्लेयर हैमिल्टन, एंड वो टेस्टिंग के बाद भी पता चली कि मैंने जब 1 साल कंप्लीट की थी हार्मोन्स पे, तो मेरे पास कोई अनफेयर एडवांटेज है नहीं इन टर्म्स ऑफ माई फिजिकल स्ट्रेंथ।
योर फेवरेट क्रिकेटर?
फेवरेट क्रिकेटर पहले विराट कोहली था, आई थिंक नाउ आई रियली लाइक हाउ अभिषेक शर्मा प्लेज, सो या।
And you're dreaming of playing in women's cricket.
Yeah.
So, which are the players that you're looking forward to maybe playing with the country? Because
Yeah, like-
across the world play there, so.
That is true. Abhi, when I play WBBL, like I'm really looking forward to play some of the India's greats like Harmanpreet, Preeti, Jemima, and Elise Perry as well at the same time. So, like if that happens, that'll be a huge thing for me, a huge moment for me. Yes.
अनन्या, आपके फादर से कितना सपोर्ट मिल रहा है आपको?
इस उनको नहीं बात
उन्हें तो इस तरह से एक्टिविटी में है, तो क्या कुछ उनका रिएक्शन होता है? क्या कुछ वो आपको टिप्स देते हैं कि इस तरह से प्रिपेयर करना है, इस तरह से?
ये सब चीज़ मैंने खुद से ही की है।
ये भी